Hi everyone, so welcome back to our channel, and today we're going to share with you whether you need a robot vacuum cleaner for your home. And we think the answer is yes, so here is why. Okay, so we bought a robot vacuum cleaner off from Shopee for $668. Okay, so just to share, we got our very first robo vacuum cleaner handed down from us by our friend because it was in a new kind of in a working condition. So it was the Deebot Ecovacs 900. So for that, right, it was just a regular vacuum robot. So there was no special mopping or dustbin thing. It was every time after it was done vacuuming, then we have to empty the bin. And then we will still have to mop the floor as per usual because it didn't come with a regular mopping system. But the issue with that was because the system they used was called LDS. So it's there's a rubber band and then the thing turns, right? But the rubber band kept on snapping. So even though we actually went to Simlin, okay, not we lah, my dad went to Simlin to get the proper rubber band to replace it. So we opened it up, we replaced it. It will work for quite a while. And then after that, the rubber band was snapped and then the turning thing won't work again. So we decided, okay, maybe it's time we got a new one. So, and we realized that on Shopee, they actually had a trade-in promotion. So if you took a picture of your old Deebot machine and you send it to them in the chat, then they will issue you a voucher that is from $120 to $150. So we said no. Then, I mean, most of the time you will think trade-in is trade-in, so you will have to bring it down to the office, pass it to them, then they give you a voucher, right? But they're like, oh no, you can they're like, oh no, you can give it away to your family or friends or someone who needs it. Okay, so in the end, looking around Shopee and all, we decided to go with this model, which is the Ecovacs N8 Pro Plus. Just a disclaimer, we are not sponsored by them. This is just what we've got. Okay, so here are some of the features of the vacuum cleaner first to just run through with y'all. So we decided to get the one with the mopping system. So we decided, since we're really lazy to vacuum the floor, why not just add in the mopping part so that we don't have to do both. So this is the water tank. This is where you can put in the water, and we usually drip in a few drops of the mopping cleaning agent. This is also the microfiber cloth, so you can take it out and rinse it. So we usually wash it after a few cleans, and we do see that the water turns black and dirty, so we know that it actually cleans. If you don't want to have to wash it, there's the option of using disposable cleaning mopping pads lah. Yeah, but then I would assume that can be quite expensive since you would have to throw them away every time. So this is the mopping pad, and mopping plate has been installed. Okay, normally goes in a lot easier, just that because different orientation. Okay, next is the vacuuming portion. So over here, one is this brush. So previously we had this brush also for the other old model, but I really like that they actually integrated the brush to be stuck here, because in the old one there was no place, so it was just lying around, or we would have to constantly remember where we put it at. So this one is easy. So what this does is that it helps cleans out any dirt that's in the vacuum box. And over here, this sharp thing is actually to cut away hair that is stuck or balled up. So it's great, especially if you have a lot of pets at home, I guess, or if you are female like me, then you drop a lot of hair, that kind of thing. So when you buy this bin set, this special bin will be included, but if you don't, it will just be the regular vacuum cleaner thing lah. The regular box, I mean. Okay, so for the old one that we had, because it was a manual disposal, actually it's fine, just that we are lazy. So if you decide to get the manual rubbish bin, is okay. But our experience with that is that sometimes we always forget to empty. We don't empty immediately, after every clean, maybe every few cleans, but then sometimes we forget and it gets really balled up and chalked up inside. So it can get quite messy, it can get quite dusty. Yeah, but other than that, actually, it's not too bad. It's not very inconvenient. Actually, I think it's about time we also clean the filter for this. So, like all this, right, you can open it up. I scared the dust. Yeah, so you can open. Okay, maybe not. So you can open it up. You can wash and clean. This filter portion here, right? Oh, can you see? Oh, it's so dusty. Yeah, so you can also take out the foam, you can wash the container. So all these can be washed and cleaned, which is great lah. So if you are someone who is very particular about having it very clean, then you will be glad to know that this whole thing can be dismantled, washed, dried, and then later subsequently put back, which I think we should do it soon. Yeah, so inside here are some is the off and on button. I mean, you don't turn it off unless maybe you're going for holiday, then you off. There's the Wi-Fi thing and all to connect the app to your phone as well. So there's that. And this one, it uses a different sensor. So the previous one uses like some rubber band system or something like that. But this one doesn't. It uses LiDAR, I think. So because of that, we don't really have to worry about the issue of the rubber band snapping and all. And when we bought it, it also has 2 years warranty, so that's great. Okay, so now I'll move on to the rubbish bin system. Okay, so just to share, this one you can buy it like on its own lah, like without the bin, if you decide not to get the bin. Yeah. Okay, so so this is where the machine docks. This is the charging point, and this is the sensor. So because of that, so previously we placed the robot vacuum under our TV console, so it's more hidden. But I mean, with this thing, obviously we cannot. So if you are looking on getting the rubbish bin, like auto rubbish bin dispenser, you might want to consider that into your house design. If you can, I would suggest just assuming that you will get this, because if let's say your friends get this for your housewarming gift, then you'll be stuck with no place to put it lah. Because I mean, it's quite big. The other one is maybe like until here only, where the sensor is, so it's very short and it's easily hidden in different places. So this is how it is. So the other thing with this is that you will have to buy the bin disposal thing as well. So it kind of reminds me of, you know, the olden vacuum cleaners, like the ones that our parents had where you had to clean out the bag. So it's quite similar. It's actually not too bad. When we bought, it came with, I think, maybe like a few bags, 2 to 3. So after that, you have to get it. I have not checked how much is it actually, but I mean, I most likely buy from Taobao lah. So I just need to find a suitable one for it. So yeah, then you just have to throw this lor. You don't have to keep on emptying the bin, which is so much more convenient. And by right, they say that you only need to empty this once every 6 months. But I guess maybe it depends on how dirty your house is. If it's not too dirty, then maybe it can last a bit longer lah. Okay, so this app interface, it's quite different from the previous version that we had, because the old one had lesser like features lah, so it was very basic. So this one, when you enter smart cleaning, you see everything and it's very smart lah. So okay, the previous one, right, you could also designate the red lines to say where you don't want it to go. So for example, our toilet area, our yard, our service yard, and all that. That's one. Secondly, you can designate the rooms, like where are the rooms, what are the labels and all. So it's quite smart, because for the kitchen, right, it actually automatically, let me see how to show. So for the kitchen area, right, it automatically, it knows that because it's a kitchen area, so it's dirtier, oilier, so it will clean up twice with max vacuum power and medium water flow level. So you can change it to like whether you want low, high, or ultra high. But I mean, they do say that high level of water flow level may cause a robot to sleep, which is quite funny. Yeah. So you can designate the different areas, like living room. So living room, we also clean it twice, that kind of thing. There's also this map management thing, which is quite cool. So I guess if your house has multiple floors, you can bring it up and down manually, which I think it saves a bit of money, even though it's a bit of a manual work lah. So you're able to designate. Yeah, wow. Yeah, so you can have 2 more floors, I guess. But I mean, we only have 1 floor lah, so nothing much. Yeah, so it will also say there's also the cleaning log, so it shows like how much area has been cleaned. Also shows like sometimes it gives us notification when like certain parts of the vacuum needs to be cleaned up and all. Where is it? Okay, so there you can click here whether you want cleaning cloth reminder or not. Accessories usage. So over here will also show you, you know, like what parts have been used too much and when you need to start cleaning. So I think that's great. And other than that, yeah, that's basically the main functions lah, of like cutting the rooms, designating where is what. And so the other thing is area cleaning also. Area cleaning we use quite often when we just want to clean a specific area. So yeah, you can either select the area or you do a customized one where you maybe just do the square. So like example here. Okay, so overall, we obviously love and we do not regret the fact that we spend like 600, 700 for this and this, hoping it will last us quite a while and saves us quite a lot of time lah to clean the house and all. We just need to like, if we see the corners, then we just need to use a vacuum cleaner to clean, that kind of thing. So we highly do recommend, especially young couples who are getting married and having new homes together, to get it, because then it really saves the marriage. Because then you all don't have to, like, there's 2 less household chores to do. You just need to like occasionally clean the machine and empty the bin, like that's it. I mean, getting married and staying together is so tiring. You really got laundry, you have to cook, you have to clean up like the kitchen, so on and so forth. So yeah, I guess if you have any questions about Ecovacs or Deebot, you can let us know. We'll try and answer, even though we aren't very well versed. I'm sure there are similar models of this on Taobao also, because I mean Ecovacs Deebot is from China, so yeah, you'll probably find different models there. But I think the concern for us was whether the app, right, will have